Everyone wish to live a healthy life. Healthy begins from the mind and the body. We are living with both the mind and the body, and the healing is related to the both. How the disease is forming, how it is growing up inside us day by day. Up to our knowledge, till the disease is exploding externally. It's growing beginning from the internal, from the energy change, chemical change, and the physical change internally. And the change we are seeing up through the outer parts of the body as a pain, as a wound, as a fungus, whatever it may be. Something disturbance, something abnormal to the mind. I'm feeling abnormal. From the normal to abnormal, it takes its own time. But we never know how the disease is growing. But when we noticed for the first time, we are realizing that something wrong happening inside us. Something against the health, it is happening. So now I am getting noticed by the mind, and the mind is trying to solve it. So it's taking the help of doctors, curer, healer, therapist, according to our wish. We are searching for a person for the healing. And now the healing is done by the person. From his knowledge, he is giving the treatment. And we must understand one thing. Healing is a process of a disease, curing the disease without any side effect. That is the real meaning of the healing. But we when go in search of, when we are seeking help from others, the scanning or the medicines, whatever we take, it slightly touches, it grows on the other side, the side effect is growing. It cures the disease temporarily, and the disease is also not permanently removed from us. The issue is not gone. Now the temporarily the problem is solved, and the medicines or the treatment undergone, the side effect is beginning. That is not the actual healing is. We should take it into the account that the healing is a process of curing of a particular disease from the deep root where the disease is beginning without any side effect. So there should not be any side effect while treating a person, and that person should feel peace in the mind. He should feel that he has been removed, or the disease is decreasing in me, that the particular person have to believe in it. And the person who believes, he satisfies, and he knows very well that he is getting rid of the disease. So healing is related to both mind and body. If we take only the body as a treating part, it is not the disease. Both the mind and body should be cured. Because of the disease at the beginning stage of any disease, if I noticed at the beginning stage there will be some disturbance to the mind, and I will be in sadness and worried about that, how it going to be cured. There will be a self-praying in my background of the mind. So automatically in our mind, the prayer will blows up in the mind. No one want to teach us, it happens naturally. So that prayer makes us to cure the mind is healed from the guidance of the soul. When we start praying, we asking several questions to the mind. What will be the problem? How it will be cured? How many days it will take? But we have one opinion on that, one strong belief, or else I am believing very strongly that I have to be cured. That is only one aim of the mind. The target is to cure the disease, and the disease will be healed when you are seeking only to the guidance of the soul. Every soul is guiding towards the mind to cure. But when we are not obeying to the soul, the disease is beginning. From the knowledge I am living now, I am earning, I am collaborating with the people through communications, through conversations. In the society, I am being in touch with several people and I am engaged with them by mind. Now the mind is falling into the trap of evil when we are disobedient to the soul. So when we are disobedient to the soul, first we will be attacked by the health. The illness will form internally at the beginning stage. Later on it will develop externally. Once it started externally, we are noticing now we should be patient and seek guidance from the God to recover the health the way how it forms. The same way it should be removed naturally. Any disease or problem in me, it should be removed naturally, and I should realize it. If I am not realizing that I am cured or I am well, then again the problem will arise in different manner. If I am not realizing the mistake, just taking the treatment, but I am not analyzing into that part that I am the reason for the disease. I am the reason for my hard times, for my difficulties. I am the only reason because my karma, that is my thought, there is every opposite and equivalent reaction to your thought, so that how you behaved, so the karma is giving back to you as a test in the form of illness. So this illness should not be developed in future. So I am praying to God now, oh God, cure me. So how the healing is happening now? So once we are only making the companion as the God, once we are notice that we are falling into the hill and we are searching cureness, we are praying by the mind. Now the God is helping you step by step. He is making you healthy to recover day by day. It's a slow process, steady and slow. We should not urge or emerge the situation into quicker. How far you make it the situation urge, it will lose your patience. That means you lost your control of the mind. So when we lost the control of the mind has nothing to do with, it will be in panic and it will be in search of outer source. That is, apart from the soul guidance, it will search in human beings, it will search in the specialist for the fast recovery. Whenever you search for fast recovery, keep in mind that it will not help you. I have to be recovered by the God. That should be our wish. Because God have given the test to you, He given the illness as a test. If He not taking into the account, if you are not observing it, we are not think of it, if you are not contemplating the sense of the mind, then it becoming the situation more worse. So healing is a process of energy. The energy have to develop from the soul by the guidance of the God. The God will command to the soul to heal. So He should order to heal the mind and the body. Both are under the control of the God. So my thoughts is reason for the unhealthy. My illness are due to my mistake and mischief of the mind. Now I am realizing and turning to the God. Oh God, you are the curer. That should be our prayer now. From now, the energy is flowing in the internal and externally. The healing is to activate the energy inside us. The healing energy is in the form of 5 elements: air, water, earth, fire and wood. These are the 5 elements of the nature as combinedly driving the internal organs. Each elements are connected to its own internal and external organs. For example, air is connected with nose, the water is connected with ears. So every 5 elements, it's a open source, it's available in the internet. So when we see that chart, the 5 element chart, we can understand the 5 elements are created the internal organ. The 5 elements are related with the source. 5 elements is the source of health, and the 5 element is created by the God, the main source. The main power is from the God. He is creating the air, water, earth, wood and the fire. These 5 element is controlling the internal organ, and the internal organ, from the internal organ, the external organ is curing. From the food, the 5 essence of 5 elements are kept in the food as a taste. Every taste indicates the signs of the 5 elements. The essence of 5 elements, every single taste, bitter, sweet, spicy. The taste is what we eat, the food taste, every taste is related to the 5 element. And the 5 element gives the energy to the internal organs, and from the internal organ we are living through our life vein. The life is created, the life vein is created, the energy is given to the life vein from the food. Without food we can't live, we know very well. So that food is giving the energy. From that energy, the health is recovering. The energy should be balanced. The process of healing is the energy should be balanced. If it is excess energy, it should be removed. If it is low energy, it should be added. So it should be balanced. If not, we are in abnormal. So we are recovering of health is balancing the energy inside us, balancing the 5 elements. These 5 elements will, if the 5 elements is unbalanced, if any one element is unbalanced, we feel abnormal. All are related to the source of the mind. According to the mind, the 5 elements will act. To my negative emotions, 5 elements will be unbalanced because of my negative emotions. If I am in peace, if I am comfort to the mind, the energy is balanced. The mind decides the energy. The mind is deciding factor of the healing process. So let us turn to the God now to get his guidance towards the healing. This is called the divine healing. Divine healing is balancing the energy in a person, that is balancing the mind. Coming back to the mind, to the normal stage, from abnormal to the normal, from the unbalanced to the balanced mind, so that the element is balanced, the internal organs, energy process, the flow of energy channels. Each element have its own respective channels, energy channels. So these all are the basic fundamental of divine healing. And we are not going to cure a person, but God will cure the person by the will of the healer. The prayer of the healer will cure a person completely by the wish of God. The healer will turn to the God, and God is curing the particular person who to be healed. This is the topmost healing of the universe. Divine healing is the very topmost of all other practices, treatments. Because this is the direct guidance from the God, it can be cured only by the God. It cured by the soul guidance. Soul will obey only to the guidance of the God. So let us all be obedient to the God to get his wisdom. This all are wisdom of the God. What we discussed is not a knowledge, it's a wisdom. If you understand this part, we can treat any person in this world according to the will of God. If only God allows, a person can communicate to a patient. None but him, the God, the superior. Let us all turn to the superior of the universe. He will cure us. He is the provider of our life forever.